And I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like fuck. Mustard on a beat, bro, deep boat, any rap, he a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, let them boys to the cross, they walk around like G's, what's up with these?
Black folks, the real reason why people did not want Jasmine Crockett to win, it isn't policy, y'all. It's not her experience and it's not her incompetence. It's about two things, y'all. It's race and it's gender. Because to this country, a black person winning is already too much, y'all. But y'all put a black woman winning, that's double the threat, double the hate. And y'all know what's even sadder and even sicker and even more sadistic? You've got black men online tearing Jasmine down for her wigs, weave, lashes, ghetto, being loud, throwing her under the bus, doing the goddamn work of white supremacist ideology for free. Still competing with black women, still trying to police them, still not realizing that her winning is not a loss for you. It is a win for an entire race. We throw that word around ghetto, but what exactly is ghetto? And how come it don't stick to white folks when they do the same goddamn thing? Because when black folks talk loud, dress bold, wear wigs, weave lashes, it's called unprofessional, too hood. But when white folks turn around and cosplay and do the same thing, that same behavior, it's relatable, it's authentic, it's quirky, and it's shared and it's celebrated. Same behavior, different skin, different type of judgment. So now, this backlash isn't about standards. It's about who they think is allowed to lead. And until we stop internalizing white superiority and projecting it back on black women, we'll keep sabotaging our own race and our own.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and it's mammies like her that I don't like, because with all the college degrees they got and all the colorful language that they use, they're plenty fucking stupid. Like, there's no reason in the deduction. Let me try to tackle everything she said piece by piece, right? First, she demonized black men as being the causation of why Jasmine Crockett lost her congressional seat. First of all, bitch is stupid. She acts ghetto and ratchet. That's not professional. That's not, she doesn't have the demeanor of a Michelle Obama. Get this bitch out of here, right? Now, and nobody's tripping on the weave. I mean, we as black people, and especially black women, could do without it, but that wasn't the antithesis, or that wasn't the reason why she didn't get reelected. She's an idiot. Going on TikTok doing these ratchet ass videos, behaving uncouth. Who cares if Amy Schumer does it or Laura Loomer, right? This is what pisses me off about black people. They always make this comparison to white people or non-black people. Who gives a fuck if the other person from another side acts like an idiot? What are you trying to do? Win the retarded Olympics? I hate when people do that. Oh, well, they act like this. Nobody says nothing. First of all, that's not true, and black people don't say that shit. Maybe it gets unnoticed by other people of their complexion because that's the people of their tribe, right? So if a white woman is acting ratchet, of course they're not gonna say shit. That's like that's their tribe. Whether they say something or not, it has no bearing effect on us. We say shit because we don't like idiots. There was once upon a time where black people and women had a demeanor and like had a good demeanor, of composed demeanor, and had composure, and damn, I said composure twice, and had decorum. Now motherfuckers just be acting like an idiot and just think that's supposed to fly, and we supposed to just go with that. Second of all, she lost the re-election because she was campaigning for Latinos in Texas. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't like you, and I mean as a group, not individuals. So you were actually pandering to the wrong crowd. That's why you lost. And when you pander to the wrong crowd, we as black people, namely black men, we see that shit, and you didn't get to vote. So then there's that. Then last but not least, she goes on to say, what is ghetto? And this is what I hate when black people do. I hate when black people do, well, what is ghetto, right? Because if nothing is ghetto, then, or if they ask what is ghetto, then nothing is ghetto, right? Meaning if you name shit that's ghetto, they're gonna say that why it's not, and then nothing is ghetto. So then it becomes this abstract word. Bitch, you know what the fuck we talking about. What's ghetto? Ratchet ass weave, acting uncouth, acting silly, ignorant, loud, performative and shit in public. That's what ghetto is. Now, once again, when the other side of non-black people do it, we don't give a shit. That Valentina Gomez chick is plenty fucking ghetto, and she's from Cuba or Colombia, one of the two, I don't know. Yeah, nobody from the black side is co-signing that shit either. Laura Loomer is fucking ghetto. She looks like one of the Real Housewives of fucking Burbank or some shit. People do say it. I'm sorry if your black ass just is not in the loop, or you aren't miss current affairs and you don't be on social media and you see it. But people do actually criticize it, call it out, make fun of it, mock and ridicule it. So yeah, then there's that. As it pertains to her being a black woman and we don't want her to lead, that's subjective. You would actually have to ask every single black man. Like, people have this notion, namely black women and white women, have this notion whenever a white candidate doesn't win that all the men didn't want her to lead. Well, you're just freeballing it. You might hear rumblings on social media, namely Twitter, where men are like discouraging the leadership of a woman, but as a nation, you would actually have to ask a good percentage or every single one of them why they didn't, and come to that conclusion. Just coming to that conclusion just sounds like a motherfucker, they mama took the ball from them and told them to do their homework, and now they going back telling their friends, man, my mom took my ball because she don't like me. Out of all the children she got, she don't like me. When that's not even the reason. You just fucking stupid. She took your ball so you do your homework. We didn't give her the election because how she purports herself. I don't know why people find this a hard feat, black and or white. When you act like an idiot, you don't win. When you act like, well, with the exception of Donald Trump, because 50% of white people can't read, but that's another episode and I'll probably cover that. Yeah, as black people, we get more smart, more astute, more politically inclined. So yeah, you can't do all this performative pandering to us. Nobody gives a fuck about your TikTok views. Nobody gives a fuck about your Instagram likes. Nobody gives a fuck about your popularity. What can you do for the people when you don't propose nothing and you purport yourself like a jackass? Yeah, you don't get nothing. Play stupid games, win a stupid prize. I'm glad they got her ass out there, or out of the Congress. She's a fucking idiot. Now, if only we can get Maxine Waters the fuck out of Congress, that'd be nice. And some of these weird ass white pedophiles that's in Congress, right? But namely, our people got to start representing themselves, right? What did I think it was Aretha Franklin, RESPCT. Motherfuckers are shameless now. I don't know if it's social media, the new generation not giving a fuck, but that shit got to come to an end, right? People don't understand, when you don't respect yourself, no one else will. That's one of the tenets of power. If you act like a fucking idiot and a jackass, people aren't gonna respect you because you don't respect yourself. You were putting yourself in bad lighting. Because you don't have people doing the same thing with Michelle Obama. Now, she's not running for political office, but she purports herself in a manner that is respectable, right? She's not walking around like look at Cardi B is a good example. Now, she's not a black woman, but she acts like a fucking jackass. So you see on social media how she gets ridiculed, and in the media how she gets mocked for it. Like, I don't know, like, this generation feels like they can do one thing and then they're supposed to get the outcome they desire. It's like, that's not how life works. Now, I don't know how to reverse it or how to institute new change with maybe brainwash people or just straight up lie. But until that happens, you got to kind of purport yourself with some type of calm demeanor, respectability, and admiration, so that people actually reciprocate. Because if you don't, then you look like a stupid jackass, and then you wonder why people think you look like a stupid jackass. It's almost like the girl that fucked everybody in high school, and then they wonder why they thought she was a hoe. Critical thinking skills is lacking, so that's the only thing I can say. This woman right here, it's always these hoes with degrees. They think they're smarter than they really fucking are. Like, just because you got a piece of paper don't mean shit. That means you actually specialize in a specialized field of study. That's it. That's all. Rationale, critical thinking skills, complex thinking skills, comprehension. These are things that you you just can't learn in college, right? You have to be taught shit like this, how to use your brain. Unfortunately, in the words of Niccolo Machiavelli, there are a lot of people that seem to think humans are logical creatures that occasionally have emotions, when human beings are emotional creatures that occasionally think. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do: like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the like button, especially if you're in here. And if you want to support the machine so that I give y'all more continuous and frequent content, hit the link and take you to my online merch store. Cop a shirt, hoodie, flip flops, even beach towels, and maybe some artwork, and I'm out.